Republican megadonor and billionaire Ken Langone, who happens to be the founder of Home Depot, announced during an interview with CNBC this week that he was going to be hosting a fundraiser for Democratic Senator Joe Manchin. And then, of course, Langone went on to praise Joe Manchin for his, quote, guts and courage, and explained that he was set to raise money for him. I don't see leadership anyplace in this country, thank God for Joe Manchin, Langone said. I'm going to have one of the biggest fundraisers I've ever had for him. He's special. He's precious. He's a great American. That's ironic because none of those are phrases that I would use to describe Joe Manchin. In fact, the phrases I want to use would probably get this video pulled off of YouTube. But here's the thing. Joe Manchin, as I've said multiple times, is a piece of crap. Joe Manchin is not a Democrat. Joe Manchin is not a Republican. Joe Manchin is a corporatist. The only people that he is loyal to are corporations, are CEOs, people like Langone, and of course people like his other billionaire best friend, Nelson Peltz, who says that he talks to Manchin every single week. So Joe Manchin is out there having weekly calls with billionaires. We know the fossil fuel lobbyists love him. You know, that was exposed just a few months ago. We know he's made $1 million, made millions of dollars from the fossil fuel industry, from his family's holdings in there. What more do we need? Joe Manchin is the perfect example of literally every single thing that is wrong with Washington, D.C. Okay, the Republicans have a monopoly on crazy. I'll give them that. But if you want to talk about just rank and file, corruption, status quo, shittiness, that's Joe Manchin. The corporate money very clearly influences his vote, but he doesn't care who sees it. He doesn't care who knows it. He's open about it because he knows you're not going to do anything about it. He is voting against the will of the people. Hell, that's what they all do at this point for the most part. But Manchin does it better than anyone because the only reason he does it, again, is because of that corporate money. He has become so corrupted and so incompetent that I am shocked he is not facing bigger backlash from his voters in West Virginia, who also, by the way, supported all the things that he has now killed in the Build Back Better Act. The man is a fraud. He is a fraud that should be stripped of his committee assignments with the Democratic Party. They should really kick him out of the party. And I don't care if that means Republicans suddenly have the majority. Our majority is doing us no good right now, folks. It's not doing us any good. So who cares? Better to send a message and get rid of the crappy asshats like Joe Manchin than to sit there and let him continue to torpedo our own party's agenda just because he's swimming in mountains of that sweet, sweet corporate cash. Ring of Fire has fresh content 7 days a week, so if you want to be reminded about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video goes up.